Changing it
Hey,
wheel
what's up,
bearing
y'all?
part
3
1.
minutes is enough time to do all this. Check it out. Change the wheel bearing on a 07 Mercury Mountaineer. First thing I do, take the half shaft bolt out, leave the socket on it, give it a little tap. Then you're going caliber. You're gonna take I take the whole caliber out, the whole unit. So there's 2 bolts back here holding the caliber assembly on. So the 2 bolts in the back of the caliber assembly is out. So what I do is you're gonna try and grab it. Let's see. Compress that piston a little bit so she slides off. Caliber's off. You always want to find something to hang up this caliber so you're not putting too much pressure on this rubber brake hose. Pull the rotor off, obviously. So now if you're doing it on something else, it could be different. So this is a bolt-in wheel bearing. Oh yeah. So you're gonna see a bolt right here, a bolt down here, and a bolt down here. You're gonna find them on the back side. Sometimes you need to pull this half shaft out of the way to get in there. On this specific application, I do not have to. All right, 3 bolts out and located in the back. Let's see if I can get on. Whatever you see. 1 bolt hole, 1 up here, and 1 down there. 3 bolts are out. So you can get your Allen key in there. Give it a little love tap. Make sure she's seated all the way. And then I'll throw a socket on it just so I don't fuck up my hands as bad. Break her loose. And then you pull that out. ABS sensor. This specific vehicle, I mean, I don't know what you're necessarily working on. So now that I know that's loose, it's time to beat the hell out of this. The fun part. So I'll hit it a couple times, try and get it loose. And then I'll get a pry bar back there and work the pry bar around it. So once you beat the living hell out of it, pulls out of that hole. So once you beat the living hell out of it, it pulls out of that hole. Those are the 3 bolt holes I was talking about. I guess follow for part 2 because there will be a part 2 tomorrow of the install. I don't have the part tonight. Love you guys. Later. All right, y'all, installing wheel bearing part 2. Pretty much taking it off, but in reverse. You know what I mean? We'll check it out. So I already started. I seated the wheel bearing, put the 3 bolts back in. ABS wire. It came with the new wheel bearing. Ran it. Clipped it here. Clip it here. And then it's going to go up here. I'll show you how to do that in a bit. You're going to want to tighten your half shaft bolt. But you want to do everything to torque spec. If you don't have a torque wrench, a good rule of thumb is get it as tight as you can get it by hand. Take a hammer and smack the wrench. Make sure it's nice and tight. All right, rotor, calibers on. 2 bolts in the back, just like reverse. Righty-tighty, lefty-loosey. Public service announcement, use thread lock. If you don't have a torque wrench to get the exact torque spec, use thread lock on everything, and you can never overuse it. Now you put the rotor and brake back on. You're at the point where you're putting the tire back on. That's it. Love you guys. Later.